Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with ReZero Season 3 episode number 16 reaction. This is the final episode of this season. So the previous episode we get into the battle between Gluttony and there's like two Gluttonies, so there's two battles going on consecutively simultaneously. The first one was Gluttony versus what's his name, Otto's group, and then we also had Julius's group. Now, along with those two, we also had a little bit of a glimpse of Al fighting Capella. So in the Gluttony situation, basically, like we get to know that Gluttony is obviously using the powers of, or I'm guessing the abilities of everyone that they have consumed, and also seeing their memories and kind of learning everything about the opponent. Now, there's a few things that was not really revealed in a clear manner, but it was kind of implied that Gluttony, if he gets to know someone's name, then that's it for them. He'll take their name, and if he consumes like some kind of like blood or some bodily fluid or something from the other person, then they can take their memories. At least that's what it seemed like. So he can literally take someone's memories and from their memories get to know about other people's name and use that information to his advantage as well. It's a crazy, like a crazy broken type of an ability. However, the good thing is that nobody remembers Otto, so unless he directly gets him, he cannot get Otto's name from other people. And he was almost able to get Otto, but Beatrice comes in, and Beatrice comes to the conclusion that we will have to defeat this guy here before he gets to meet Subaru, because he's literally using Rem's information to his advantage, acting like Rem as well. That's not going to be, if Subaru sees that, he's going to be very heartbroken. So yeah, while obviously like Capella's battle, was also that also happened. I'll try to, like destroy the whole place. Like the whole place fell on top of her, but she still survived. And Reinhardt comes in, and yeah, so all that stuff happens. So I'm guessing we're going to get the conclusion to everything today, or maybe this is going to continue in the next season. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god. I think it dodged it. That. Okay. Whoa. Okay. What? 5? Oh! Okay, I see. Back. Just throws him away. Uh. Oh! A feint! Oh, damn. Yeah. Yes, nice. Oh, I still got to him. Oh, great. Fantastic. Oh, here we go. Not this again. Great. He took their names, right? Yep, took their names. Okay, that was what an insult. Oh, great. How is he surviving? Oh, nice. Okay, that'll, yeah, that'll get him. Wait, how many are still left? Oh, fell. Oh, damn. Oh, God. Um, what happened? What's going on? Wait, what? He couldn't take her name? What happened? Oh, damn. Oh, indigestion. Oh, what in the. Oh, he's scared actually. Oh, it's Frank. Oh, Gaston. Oh yeah. Okay. This. Okay. Yeah. So. Oh my God. Oh. M- is that something related to Ekidona? Ah, yeah. So it's something related to her. Wait, one thing. Will his brother remember? Will his brother realize if something happens to the what the what? What is going on? Whoa! Oh no! Wait, what? Who is this? Wait. Oh, it's cup. No, wait. What? Who? What is going on? I'm so confused. You don't even realize the fake name. No, maybe. So there's three of them. That woman. Wait, what? Okay. Who you eat it with? Doesn't know those names. Yeah, like she's threatening them that she's not going to. Right. It's so random. Who the hell? Where did she pop out from? Who is this girl? So she's also one of the gluttonies. Hmm. Wait, what about the other one? Um, the other gluttony. Oh, Beatrice. You know what? After the end, I'll need to go back and watch this that scene again. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, there's Anastasia. Where are the others? Also, um, so I have so many questions. What about Krush? The blood in her. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay, Otto should be fine. It's a little bit of healing he needs. Ah, there she is. Yeah, what? Okay. Oh! Ah, there he is. Yeah, his like leg got scraped off. Okay. Yeah. One of the. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, we got serious. So we found him. Her. There you go. She's literally saying the name now. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, what end goal? What is that? Yep, there you go. Okay. But then why are you following? Oh my god. Yeah. We got the worst person. She literally doesn't care about anything else other than petal geese. What? Hey! But damn. What? Um recently. Oh, she's she's trying to imitate, meld it together. Okay, right. Ah boy. Three of them, right. Makes sense, right? There's three of them, and so that's their individual names. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Oh yeah, she talked to him in the. Hmm. Ah, what is that? One of those, yeah, crystals. Hmm. 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 Yeah. And it's interesting because Face's situation is exactly the same as if you remember when Subaru wanted to help Emilia in season one. This is oh my god. Oh, nice. That'll help. The strongest bodyguard you could get. Yeah. Oh god. What? Oh, she can seal them using, yeah, the eyes. Yep, nice. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah. What? Right. Damn. Oh, it's dawn. Oh, the Otto's wives. No, Otto no. God damn it, Regulus. Why did I say Otto? Hmm. 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 Yep, she froze them. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, a lot of things wouldn't be possible if he wasn't here. Yeah. She can properly wink now. Instead of closing both her eyes, at least. Hmm. Favor. Hmm. Well, yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah, like we. Oh, there he is. Oh no. Wait, did everyone forget him? Oh no. What is this gonna be the same? Who are you? Who is this? Oh no. I don't like this. Yeah. Only Subaru remembers him. What the hell, man? Yeah. Now he took his name. At least didn't take his memories. Otherwise, he would have been in coma now, like Rem. Oh my god. Okay, right. Well, obviously they have to pull something like this in the end. Like otherwise, it wouldn't be ReZero, right? Like you know. You know what? I guess the ending of the previous season was actually like kind of like like peaceful. Other than that, ending of season one was crazy. Like, oh, who is Rem? Season two ended in a more, I guess you could say, like a better way. Like oh, like the whole situation with the sanctuary and all that. In the end, we are able to defeat Roswell and beat him up later on, and Subaru becomes like Emilia's knight. All that stuff. So yeah, that was pretty happy. And now season three, from who is Rem to who is Julius now. Great. Is this what's gonna happen? Like unless until we take care of gluttony, like every single season, one person. Good God. Also, there's so many things I need to talk about here. That section in the middle, I was so confused about a lot. I literally didn't understand what was going on for a moment. Like who? Like first and foremost, this person comes in with the green hair, and I'm like, who the hell are you? And then Beatrice calls him the Archbishop of Gluttony, and like, and I was like, wait, what Archbishop, like I genuinely was just all like I don't know I didn't know what to think at that point. And then his face breaks, and I was like, oh, is this one of them? Is this one of the Gluttony brothers? No, it's a girl. I'm assuming. I think that's a girl, right? Yeah. Thin Archbishop in the witch's cult representing gluttony. What's her name? Rui Arnib. Okay, so there's three of them. Like up until now, we assume there was two of them. No, there's three. So there's three gluttonies. You know what? I did think previously that maybe there's more of them. You know, like they always refer to themselves as we. So we does not necessarily mean two. It's more than two. More than one. So it can be two, it can be three, it can be 10,000. So I was like, yeah, maybe there's more of them, but they literally showed the two of them throughout the whole episode season. So I was just, I didn't, I kind of forgot about that. I was like, oh, these are the only two ones. No, there's another one. So I'm guessing she is also, um, you know, she's also one of the gluttony. So she's similar to Roy and Lai. Lai, right? That was his name. Lai Batenkaitas. Yeah, Lai and Roy. That she's similar to them. Her name is Rui. So from the looks of it, I'm assuming she's way stronger than the other two brothers. I don't know. That's just a feeling that I get. Uh, you know, because she seemed way more like calm, and like, it seemed like she knew what she was doing, and she kind of threatened in the end that, oh, like, you sure you want to mess with me. And she, like, used the Gaston and the other person who was there. She, like, said their names in a way of warning them and being like, yeah, I do know their names, I can literally do anything to them. So something like that, I guess she did. And she took away the other two. So we don't have, like, we weren't able to do anything to Gluttony. I don't know, I just had the hope that, oh, maybe we'll be able to take out Gluttony and Rem will get back up again. I guess not. Like, we'll have to wait. Don't know when we will be able to defeat Gluttony, like, for, for real. And then Rem will wake up again. Oh, and it's not only Rem now, it's Julius as well. Great. So yeah, like, we have an addition. Like I said, at least for Julius, he at least, like, has his memories. So that means his existence is still there. If both your name and your memories is gone, you as a person do not exist in the world, because nobody will know who you are. You won't know who you are. So where does that leave you as a person? Nothing. You're literally nothing. So as an existence, nobody knows who you are. You also don't know who you are. So you're just there in coma, like Rem. So Julius, however, nobody knows who he is, but he knows who he is, which means his memory is still intact. They took his name, and yeah, there you go. Now, there's another thing that I don't understand, or I guess it's not clear to me. Maybe they kind of implied it in some way in these episodes, but I didn't understand. What is the exact procedure of taking a name? Like, I do know that they have to know their name. They have to know their name, and that's pretty easy to do. As you can see, you can literally take someone's memories and get to know from them who the other person is. That's literally what Gluttony was doing. So after that, after you know their name, how do you take it from them? Because as you can see, a lot of the characters here got, like, Gluttony got to know all of their names. He was literally calling so many of the characters by their names, like Gaston, Beatrice, and all of them. Why? Like, what is the difference between them and Julius? Because I'm assuming there's a procedure. Like, only taking the name, only knowing the name is probably the beginning of that certain procedure to take your name fully. And I'm guessing you need to do something in particular to take the name completely, and make everyone forget about you. Otherwise, every single person whose names Gluttony knew should all of their names should have been eaten, right? If only knowing the name is the requirement. No, that didn't happen. Gluttony knew Beatrice's name, Gluttony knew Gaston's name, Gluttony knew so many of these characters' name here, but none of them, like, what happened to Julius, none of that, that didn't happen to any of them. So what in particular is special about Julius? Like, so I'm guessing they took his name, at the same time they must have done something to him, which is why his name was, like, completely taken. Yeah, so I don't know, we will have to, I think I do understand what you need to do to take your memories. I guess you'll have to consume some kind of, like, your bodily fluid or your body part, like, like blood, or because you can see he was, like, licking his, like, using his hand, using the tongue, and, like, something like that. So I guess you need to do that. So that's why I was saying, like, if he somehow was chomped Otto's fingers out, Otto would probably be missing his memories. Otto would have been an amnesiac now. Since that didn't happen, Otto survived there. So yeah, anyways, this is one question I have. Like I said, I do understand that a prerequisite condition to taking your name is actually getting to know what your name is. That makes sense, obviously. But I don't know what else you need to do exactly to properly take your name, like that happened with Julius. So yeah, maybe they implied it throughout this episode, maybe it just went over my head, I don't know. Either way, so yeah, that's what happened. Now, so that is the situation with Gluttony. So this girl comes in and takes them away. I was like, I wasn't expecting some random character to just pop out suddenly. But yeah, it makes sense. They never mentioned how many of the Gluttony, siblings they are. Like, So I did think that there might be more than two, but I didn't really think much about it. But now that I'm seeing, yeah, there's another one. I wouldn't be surprised if in season 4 another one of Gluttony pops out of nowhere. I don't know. I actually wouldn't be surprised because they never mentioned, they never specified how many of them they are. They always refer to them each other as we, us. So that's a plural. That's a plural statement, and it just means more than one. It doesn't mean two. So yeah, that's why I guess she's also one of the Gluttony. Yeah, but from the looks of it, I'm assuming that she's probably a lot more capable and stronger than her brothers. Yeah, but you know what? I guess we'll have to deal with them in the future. Otherwise, Rem won't be able to come back. Neither would Julius. It'll be a problem. Okay, so that's the whole thing with Gluttony. Um. Okay. Oh, another thing they implied here. Felt. So obviously, Felt is not her real name. She has a real name. Like Rui, I think that was her name, right? She implied that I don't know. So here's the thing. Felt says that obviously she doesn't want to know her true name because it's given by people who literally threw her away. It's her parents, so she doesn't want to know the name, and so this part you don't even realize it's a fake name. All right, your name is not Felt. You need to have a real name that you had before the one. Yeah, I guess that is the reason why I guess Rui wasn't able to take Felt's name away because that's not her real name, right? I guess you need to know the real name. Makes sense. I guess that's why she was like constantly asking her about her name. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know what they were trying to do. They were like, there's a possibility they were probably trying to take Felt's name away from her as well, but they couldn't because of this. Yeah, but I don't know. Just for a moment, I thought that maybe, like, this is what I thought, that maybe they took Felt's name away from her already. That is why her parents, like, didn't know who she was and abandoned her or something. I don't know. That's something that I thought. But now that I'm thinking about it, that would make no sense. Because, like, yeah, otherwise, why would she be asking her with her? She's asking her about her name because she wants to know her real name so that I guess she can take her name. So, I don't think that's the case. I don't know. Just for a moment, I thought maybe Felt is already someone whose name was taken away by, Gluttony. But then again, that would really make no sense. Why would Gluttony take some random kid's name away from her? Like just why? Yeah, and so I quickly scratched that off. So in the end, I realized she was constantly asking her about her name and like the fake name and all that stuff is because since she doesn't have a real name with herself, um, and nobody knows except her parents, I guess. Gluttony here has no way to get to her. Same with Otto as well, I would have said, but not really. Because nobody remembers Otto, but Otto remembers himself. So, there's a possibility, I feel like, that if, like, in the previous episode, I was saying, like, oh, Otto's really like a trump card because nobody remembers who Otto is. But there are people who know Otto's name. For example, Subaru knows Otto's name. Um, Otto himself knows about his name. So if they took Otto's memories, automatically they'll get to know his name, her name, right? Which is not the same with Felt, I think. Because even if they take Felt's name, Felt herself has no idea about what her name is. You need to know your name, otherwise. So I guess you could say Felt is a trump card here because not only does nobody knows Felt's true name, Felt herself doesn't know her true name. So she's like, nobody can really take her name unless and until they track down Felt's parents or someone related to Felt who knows Felt's true names. Unless until that happens. So yeah, that's the situation. I think that's why like Rui just left, and she was like, "Oh, we're backing off today." Like yeah, and Loki threatened them to And then she was like, "Oh, you want to fight me? You can, but yeah." And Beatrice stopped. Beatrice was like, "No." Yeah. Okay. So that is the whole thing with gluttony. There's a lot of questions I have about gluttony, but I guess that is it for now. We'll get to know more later. Right. Now, next thing that I want to talk about is Sirius. So we found Sirius. She was in the water, I guess. Found her, locked her up. She talks about a few things. First and foremost, she talks about how Subaru and Betelgeuse's hearts have melded together. Their body has melded together. So, like, at this point, it's pretty damn obvious. She's Fortuna. Like, who else is it? Who else do you think it is? In no way. Like, up until now, she wasn't really saying the name, but literally today, she literally said the name directly, Betelgeuse. So, like, it's pretty damn obvious this is Fortuna. Like, the hair color is the same. The little amount of hair that is coming out is the same. The way she speaks is exactly the same. Like, I think I mentioned this on that episode where they revealed, like, where they showed Sirius. On the second episode, I think, I said that Fortuna has a distinct way of speaking. If you go back into season 2, and you listen to her, you see Emilia also imitates that way of speaking. She has a way of dragging her words. She always did that. Whenever it's something like some kind of adjective, like very, a lot, she always drags that. And whenever she thanks someone, she does that. Emilia does that as well. Emilia, like, like kind of drags her words as well whenever she tries to like convey emotions. The way Sirius speaks is literally like that. She says, like, the way she says thank you and sorry is exactly, she drags it. She drags it in such a way that, but the thing is, I don't think Fortuna's voice and like, like, I think I checked this as well. I think they're different voice actors, which kind of threw me off a little bit. You know what? Let me do that. I like, because usually, like, it's a very easy way that to figure out who a certain character is. If the character has a secret identity, is just go and check out who is like voicing them. If both the characters have the same voice actor, yeah, you've done it. It's the same person. I think the voice actors are different. Let me check. Fortuna, ReZero. Fortuna's voice actress is Tomatsu Haruka. Okay. Sirius. Just a minute. Sirius's voice actress is Anzai Chika. Yeah, different. That actually threw me off because I was like, okay, wait a minute, different voice actresses. But maybe the anime staff knew that the audience will probably try to check out the voice actors to see if they're the same or not. So they deliberately changed the voice actress. That could happen because there's so many other similarities showing that this is Fortuna. Eyes, look at her eyes. Her eyes are exactly the same as Fortuna. Her hair color, the way she speaks, the way she adores Betelgeuse. All these things like kind of shows that there's a high possibility this is Fortuna who has just lost her mind and forgotten all her memories about Emilia and all that. Yeah, but you know what? This is just like a speculation. I might be completely wrong, like, completely off the mark. But I don't know, that's just something. Anyways, enough about god damn it. Enough about Sirius's identity. The thing with Sirius is Sirius talks about Subaru and how since it's melded together, she wants to bring Betelgeuse out of him. And she's like, oh, keep the body safe up until then. Or something like that, she said. Yeah, and she like licked him, which Emilia wasn't happy about. Emilia just whacked him with the whacked her with a hammer. Okay, now the main thing with Sirius is that we went there to ask her what they are like, what are the plans of the witch cult. um so one thing is, obviously it's pretty obvious. God damn it, why can I not speak? uh, right. One thing is pretty obvious, as they mentioned before as well. They're trying to resurrect um Echidna. Yeah. And they're going, according to the gospel, because of that. Now, like, here's the thing. This is one thing that always bothered me, and I just don't understand why. Like, there's so many other witches, right? Except there's Echidna, obviously. There's so many other witches. Why does Echidna get the, I don't know, like the preferential treatment for everything? Like every single one of these archbishops are trying to, or that's what it seems like, are trying to resurrect her. Why? Like, I genuinely don't understand this. Like, she's like, why is she special? Like, all the other witches are also dead, right? So why particularly her? I never understood that. Like, I can understand Beatrice and what's her name? What's his name? Wait a minute. What's his name? Oh my god! Did I just forget his name? The guy, the clown guy. God damn it! Um, I really forgot his name. What in the hell? What the hell is this? But oh my god. Re zero clown. Let me just search it like that. There you go, Roswell. Right, Roswell. I can understand Beatrice and Roswell trying to resurrect her, because obviously they were directly, like, connected to her. And Roswell loved Echidna. Beatrice, Echidna was like a mother. I can understand them trying to do that. And trying to follow the gospel according to what she has said. Why these guys? I don't understand that. Like, or maybe that's not what exactly they're doing. They were trying to find a witch's remain here, something like that. They said, like, and it seemed like it was Daphne. In the end, the Daphne, right? Daphne was the sin of the witch of gluttony. So was it Daphne that they were trying to get? I need to go back to the first few episodes and see there, because they kind of like hint about like a certain witch they were trying to resurrect. I cannot remember if it was Daphne or Typhon. I'm just mixing it up. It's either Daphne or Typhon that they were trying to find the remains of. Typhon is Pride, right? Wait a minute. Typhon. No, sorry. Wait a minute. Right, yeah, I was right. Okay. So yeah, it was either Daphne or Typhon that they were trying to find the remains of. But I just, you know what? I'm just assuming that they're trying to, because Subaru said here that, oh, are you trying to resurrect Echidna? And that's why I automatically assumed that that's why they were following the gospel. But maybe that's not what they're trying to do. Who knows? Anyways, but if these guys are also trying to resurrect Echidna, then I have a lot of questions. My first and foremost question would be why. Like I can understand Roswell and Beatrice trying to like read the gospel and do according to what they're doing, because they're directly connected to Echidna. Why these guys? So yeah, anyways, it's not really clear at this point like what they're trying to do, because obviously we caught the one character who literally doesn't care about what the other witch cult members are trying to do. She's like, I don't care, I just came here because I want to meet Betelgeuse and all that. She just kept talking about Betelgeuse, and she was like, I don't care what everyone else is doing. So there you go. Yeah, pointless trying to talk to her. So she herself probably doesn't have any idea what they're trying to do. So that's that. But I got the feeling that the gospel is very important, because even someone like Regulus was listening to it, was doing what it was telling them. So for a moment I did think that maybe the gospel has some kind of a like a hypnotic suggestion or something. Like, oh, like everyone is listening to it. Like I can understand the others trying to go according to what the gospel said. Regulus, however, I refuse to believe that he is trying to, he's listening to something. Because Regulus is the the last person that would do something that someone tells him to do. So the fact that he was even going according to the gospel did surprise me. So I did for a moment think that maybe the gospel has some kind of a, like a, like whoever reads it or something, like they automatically do or something like that. I thought maybe it has something like that, but who knows? Not really sure. Regulus is gone. So yeah, we did find Sirius, but Sirius, like I said, literally doesn't care. Anyways, so yeah, for this whole thing with the what they were trying to do, what their end goal isn't really clear now. So I guess we'll have to wait for the eventual reveal of what they're trying to do, what the witch cult is trying to do. Okay, so yeah, that was that. Another thing is, like, there's a lot of questions in today's episode which didn't get revealed. I guess later on, Al, Al was the one who brought Beatrice back. Gave her the thing, the magic crystals and everything. So Subaru was a bit suspicious. She was like, "What is he doing? Why is he like?" But obviously, Emilia was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. He must be a good person," which I also think. I don't think he's a bad person, but he has a lot of things that are still shrouded in mystery. you know, and I guess we'll get to know all of that maybe in the future. But yeah, like he's an enigma. You know, right? Okay, so what else? Mm, then the whole section with what we should do with Sirius. At the end of the whole thing, obviously Felix was like, "No, we have to keep her alive. We would otherwise we wouldn't know." Subaru was also like, for me, Subaru was like, I don't think we should take her out, but at the same time, it's dangerous to keep her here. At which Felix was like, "Oh, wow, what are you talking about? Like, you're talking neutrally. Like, either like pick a side at least." At which, in the end, Subaru said that we should, obviously they came to a decision that they should take her away somewhere to the capital. But obviously, the question is, who should do that? Reinhardt, best person who could do that, the strongest person who could do that. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening to Sirius. Okay. Emilia also decided to freeze everyone, all the other people that they weren't able to cure, froze all of them. Hopefully, in the future, we're able to bring them back. And, yeah, that's the other thing. Like I was saying, this part I was saying, I was kind of drawing parallels to the fact that Felix's situation currently is exactly the same as Subaru's situation, if you remember, in season 1, where like Subaru was like, we have to save Emilia, like if you remember, when like Subaru was continuously dying and like he asked Krush for help, for Emilia and all that. Like he was very like very like anxious and everything, and you can see how, yeah, so that situation is exactly like it's just the opposite here. Like Felix is now just in the similar situation as Subaru was. And it's kind of interesting because it's literally just like, and Subaru just went through so much of them in season 1, so many of those situations. It's just crazy to think about. Yeah, like Krush, I don't know what's gonna happen to Krush. I'm sure she'll get better little by little, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe we'll need a particular, some kind of an antidote or like something to give to her. Subaru's leg is also pretty messed up now, so I guess that will also be like this for now, unless and until, yeah. So, oh boy, again, so many questions. It ended, and I just have so many questions, and I guess we'll get to know this in season 4. I think there was somewhere I kind of saw that season 4 has been confirmed. I'm not sure if that is a like a fake news or if that's something that is actually happening. You know what? Let me just check. ReZero. No, I don't think there has been an announcement. But I think they have confirmed that, oh, it will happen, which makes sense. Obviously, like they won't stop at this point. There's so many things left, uh, for yeah, so many mysteries left to solve, so many people to save. I guess right? Yeah, and there you go. I think that was more or less everything today. Um, oh, Beatrice also that weapon. Beatrice said that it reminded her of mother, which was obviously Akidona. So that's also like Puck. They're trying to bring Puck back as well. Beatrice is trying. So like a lot of information we saw here, a lot of things we got to yeah. So good episode, good concluding episode for this season. But obviously this is ReZero, so they had to pull that thing in the end. Where now Julius is like, oh. So you can see Julius is just standing there, and when Subaru's like, oh Julius, like what the hell is wrong with you, bro? Come out, and Julius is like, you know who I am? And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh no. What? Are you for real? I immediately realized what's going on. You know, like I'm like, yep, they took his name. Obviously didn't take his memories. If they took his memories as well, he would have been lying on the ground now. But yeah, so right, and it makes sense. Julius is surprised that Subaru knows him because everyone else, like probably when he tried to talk to them, they were like, "Oh, okay, who are you, by the way?" Something like that. They probably said, and yeah, there you go. So when Subaru called his name, he was like, "Oh, you know me? Okay, yeah, that's crazy." You know what? It's just what can I say? Like the fact that everyone they took his memory, they took his memories away from everyone's. Like they took his name. I feel like that's way better than what like than taking the memories. Like taking the name away is way better than taking the memories away. I feel like it will be painful for the person, but I don't know if you explain to them, oh, this is the situation. No, I guess it's equally bad. Both are equally bad. Like I cannot really you cannot really rank them in that sense. Because I was going to say, like, if you can make new memories, like, yeah, but I guess that the same applies with if your memories for others was taken away. Same applies to that as well. Yeah, so nothing's really better. But obviously, and I'm pretty sure everyone can agree to this, that taking either the name or the memories is way better than taking both, which is what's happening to Rem. So Julius's situation is at least a lot better than Rem's situation, because now obviously Subaru does know him, so Subaru can help him out with a lot of stuff, and yeah, but yeah, it sucks. Like the fact that nobody remembers him, his brother, or probably forgot about him as well. Right. And as Desha doesn't remember him as well, I guess. Yeah. Damn. Okay. But yeah, like I said, there's only one question I have, and if it's like some kind of spoilers, don't no need to tell me. But like I said, how do you take the name? Like like they know about, obviously the prerequisite condition is knowing the name, but they knew a lot of other characters' name as well. Their name weren't taken away. Why Julius though? What extra special happened to him that his name was taken away? What is that procedure? Like one of the obviously prerequisite conditions is knowing the true name, not any kind of name. If someone calls you with some random nickname, it won't matter. You need to know the true name. It's kind of reminding me of Death Note, like you need to know the true name kind of thing. Yeah, so that's obviously pretty damn obvious. But what's not obvious is that what after that, after you know the true name, what then? How do you take the name away? Because just knowing it is not really the only thing that you need to do. There must be something else. So yeah. Anyways, that was it. That was my reaction to today's episode. Now that was that. I talked about most of the stuff, but let me go through this episode scene by scene. Let me see if I missed anything that needs to be discussed. So the first section was Beatrice fighting Gluttony, and Beatrice was doing that technique that she does, El Nina or El Mina or something like that. And yeah, and then we have Otto as well. She was helping Otto as well to dodge the attacks. And she talks about the magic crystals and how, like, like, one, I think one of them, she says, is like necessary to bring back Puck. So she cannot use all of them. She used a maximum amount as she could against Gluttony. So the battle continues here, as you can see. Right, and you can see Gluttony takes the names of those guys who fell down, and you can see immediately. Oh wait, okay. Oh, so let me see this. Let me see this. Okay, I think I know what happens. How you take the name. I was literally talking about this a few moments ago. So there's a few things you need to do. First, know their true name. Second, repeat the name. Touch them. Third, lick the hand that you touched them with, I guess. Is that how you take the true name? And this is what I was saying a few moments ago, that he knew a lot of the other people's name, like Beatrice and all of their names he knew, but he wasn't able to take their name. Why? It's because he wasn't able to do that to Beatrice. He knew Beatrice's name, but I guess to take Beatrice's name, he had to say the name, touch Beatrice, lick the hand that he touched her with, I guess. That's what he needed to do. So for Otto, like, obviously Otto's name he didn't know, so he couldn't do anything. So he tried to eat Otto's fingers, probably to gain his memories and then get to know his name. But yeah, like, that also, right, he couldn't do because Beatrice stopped him. So I think that it was like something like that. They kind of show it here. I guess you have to properly watch this section to understand what he does to take their name. So this is vaguely what I understand, what you need to do to actually take. So I guess he did the same with Beatrice, sorry, Julius. Like, got to know Julius's name obviously from his brother. Touched Julius. Said his name, touched him, and then licked it. And yeah, there you go. That's what happened, I guess. But the thing is, why did he not take Ricardo's name? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they didn't get enough time or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So this is how you take the name, I'm assuming. At least that's what I can understand from here. Maybe there's some other, like, specifications that I don't know. But from watching this scene, that's what I can understand. Anyways, the battle continues here. And, like, Felt comes in with that weapon thing. Uses it to attack Gluttony, but it doesn't work. Oh, here we go. This part. I was so confused here. I was like, oh my god, they're going to take Felt's name. But now I understand why they couldn't take Felt's name. Like, if that section, the reaction section, I was like, wait, what happened? What, like, yeah. Oh, another thing, I guess this scene kind of implied another thing. If you, like, say a wrong name and try to take their name like that he did, it gives you indigestion, I guess. Because he did that, and since it was the wrong name, because that's not Felt's name, that's not Felt's true name, he started barfing, like vomiting. So I guess that's what happens. Like, if you mistakenly say the name, like, for example, if Felt's name is not Felt, so he thought that was Felt's name, so he said Felt, licked it, and then realized, like, wait a minute, that's not your name. And it probably didn't sit well with his stomach, and he just barfed everything out. Oh wow, right. This okay. I see. So yeah, this part makes more sense now that we get to know that character. That character comes in, Rui, right? That's her name. When she comes out and when she says like, oh, so your name is not Felt. Your name must be something else. Yeah, he says Felchan and licks. Right, and nah, that's it. He just vomits after that. Anyways, then using that weapon, they took him out over there, that weapon which Beatrice said it reminded her of mother. Okay, so here you can see that guy comes in front of Gluttony. That captain guy. So yeah, this part was so confusing because I literally didn't understand what was going on. First and foremost, Gluttony's body disappeared suddenly, and that guy fell down. Then someone attacked them. Otto saved Beatrice, and his own leg gets like scraped off. Um, you know, like literally bone was coming out. And then we get to see this guy who just appears out of nowhere. I'm like, who the hell are you? And then he takes out his face, and you see this girl here, Rui. Rui Arneb. Yeah. Anyways, she talks about the name, Fel's name, and then leaves, threatening them. So yeah, that's that. Okay, this section makes way more sense now. Way more sense now that I know everything that's going on properly. So yeah, and I also you can see here how you take the name, So yeah, I guess you guys don't have to like one time we saw that, and then the second time when Felt does it, that part really confused me so much during my reaction that I couldn't really process what he did. But now that I'm looking at it properly, yeah, so you need to know the name, true name, touch them, and say the name, lick it, and right, that's how you do it. But if the name is wrong, you'll get a stomach ache, I guess. You'll just barf everything out. Right, and there you go. That was the whole section with Gluttony. So later on, Beatrice comes back. Subaru's happy. Subaru hugs her. Yeah, Anastasia comes back as well. We go back to Garfield and Otto. Otto's fine, kind of. Mimi comes as well. Mimi's also okay, kind of. Oh, Otto's also there. Otto's also okay, kind of. Yeah, but obviously they'll need more healing. Right, and then we go to Sirius to interrogate her. And yeah, this section I talked about this section basically, and Sirius talks about how, oh, you're literally mixing together with Betelgeuse, so I'll take him back from you. She says that. Okay. Okay, there's a few things she says here. You're overwhelmed, aren't you? Which I swear to God, these subtitles are so weird sometimes. Because, I was so confused by what she meant by overwhelmed. Because I was like, wait, what overwhelmed? But now that I'm listening to it, she says something similar to overwhelmed, but not really overwhelmed. She says, nomarete imasne, which I guess you could, if you translate it directly, it would mean that you're being consumed, or you've been taken in, or someone's taking over you, like something like that. So yeah, I guess you can call that being overwhelmed, but I took overwhelmed in a more literal sense, so I couldn't understand what she said here. But now that I'm listening to the Japanese words, there could have been a better way to subtitle this, in my opinion, because I genuinely didn't understand what she was saying here. But yeah, now I understand. So this is what she says later on as well, that you're getting mixed together with Betelgeuse. You cannot live without me, my dear. And she just licks him. Emilia's like, go away! Bam! With the ice hammer. Anyways, right. She kind of threatens him, and she's like, oh, you, I'll take Betelgeuse away from you. But before that, keep your body safe. She also kind of gives them a little bit of a hint, talks about Gluttony. So she says three things here. Three of them, obviously that's not their names, but I guess that's how they know the Gluttony. Here we go. Each of the words that she said represent one of the Gluttonies. So beware of gluttony, gourmand, foul feeding, and satiation. So gourmand, I'm assuming is Rui. I don't know. She just seems like the gourmand type. Rui Arnab. That's her name, right? Sh Again, I might be completely wrong, but she seems like the gourmand type. Foul feeding is probably, who is it? I actually have no idea. Is it the one Otto was fighting? Otto and Beatrice was fighting, or is it the one Julius was fighting? Satiation and foul feeding. Who is which one? From the names, I'm assuming foul feeding means like who probably consumes everything and anything. Satiation is more like who tries to satiate themselves. So gourmand is probably someone who's very picky, which I'm assuming is Rui. Again, I might be completely wrong. Foul feeding is completely opposite to that, I'm guessing, who eats everything and anything. Satiation is more like who tries to satiate themselves. That's why they eat. Yeah, I don't know who they exactly who it is, who they are individually, but yeah. Okay, and then the whole thing with Al, where Beatrice says like he's the one who woke me up, and he's the one who brought me the thing. Subaru was like, yeah, he's kind of suspicious, but Emilia was like, oh, don't worry, he's a good person. Like he helped take the message to you, Subaru. He helped wake up Beatrice as well, so that's why. Either way, then we talk about Sirius, where Reinhardt says like I'm going to take Sirius to the capital. Felt is also going to follow him. Right. And then they talk about the victims, and Emilia says I can cold freeze them. Like I can keep them there in frozen. She also says like if I'm not able to do it, oh no, sorry, Liliana says that if she's not able to, she vouches for her and says if she's not able to do it, I'll, you can take my head or something like that. She says, I think, yeah, right. And then Emilia does that. Liliana sings for us. Kiritaka comes and Kiritaka says thank you to Subaru. And yeah, we see at the aftermath of everything. Felt is there in front of Krush, sad. We have, no, sorry, Felix. Why do you call it Felt? Felix is there in front of, yeah. Felt is there with those three guys, like doing the construction and everything, helping out. We have Garfield's brother who's gone back to their mother. Heinkel is drinking. Wilhelm is just looking at the sunrise, I guess, yeah. With that thing in his hand. Right, so that's what's happening to everyone. Reinhardt calls Subaru his friend, and yeah, there you go. Okay, after that, Emilia and Subaru had the conversation. Ricardo's there. Ricardo's fine, his hand is gone. But oh boy, here we get to the crazy part where we get to know that Julius's name is taken. Like, I was like, yep, nah, this scene is too damn familiar. Like, like Julius is like, you know me, Subaru? Subaru's like, what? Emilia comes in and Emilia's like, hello, your name is Julius? Are you Subaru's friend? I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. Just like season 1 ended. But at least, like I said, at least he has his memories, his name was only taken, he's not in coma at least, so yeah. And there you go. But I guess in a way you could say that's probably going to be more painful if he just went in coma. He could just be in coma and like wake up when we defeat like gluttony. He can just wake up after that, which is probably what's going to happen to Rem. But now he has to just stay there realizing that, oh my god, nobody remembers me, like, and he's there with all the memories of everyone. Like, it'll be painful, especially for people who he cared about, like his brother, like, and maybe someone else who he cares about, like his friends and everyone. Yeah, his people, his the people with him, all the soldiers. Yeah, it's just nobody remembers him. That's painful, obviously, but like, there's like, I guess there's a positive side to this as well. Like I said, like at least Subaru remembers him. That's number one. Number two, he can, like, he's not just going to be just stuck. He can fight, so he can probably just keep fighting. And like I said, you can make more new memories as well. It'll probably still eat at you that nobody remembers you, and the relationship probably cannot be brought back to that stage, but at least you can make new memories. So, looking at the positive side, these are the positive sides. Like, yeah, but still it's going to hurt. Like, in a world where you know everybody but nobody knows you except one person. Like, good god. Right. And there you go. That was it. That was the ending of season 3. Fantastic season. Every single episode was absolutely amazing. I feel like season 3 outdid season 1 and 2. You know, like, these are all seasons are really good. I feel like this was probably the best one. Yeah. But season 2 also had its really good moments, like getting to meet the witches and everyone. I would say season 2 and season 1 was more in the horror, like more horror-ish. This was not really in that sense, like scary in that sense. Like, I just remember season 2 with where so many sections where it was like, goddamn, like, like just the whole bunny scene, if you remember. Good god, that was some nightmare. Then, like that section where Emilia's like gone crazy and she's like, oh, Subaru, like, like, why did you leave me, Subaru, like, and she like goes full yandere, that whole section. So many sections like that. It's just like, I like, it's as if that it took it out from some horror movie or something. This season, however, kind of was a lot less in that department. It had a lot of more like fights and a lot of more developments, you could say. Like Subaru being more, showing more and more of his capabilities, you could say, with the little amount that he has, he uses that perfectly. Less amount of deaths, obviously, because now Subaru has decided not to just throw his life away, like he just, like he has decided that, and that's why he did die, but tried to keep it at minimal, and it did work out. Mainly because Reinhardt was here. I feel like, like, I feel like so many, like, like Subaru died so less because of Reinhardt, because Reinhardt was there as a backup. Right. So yeah, so in all of those departments, obviously season 2 was superior. But like I said, it did lack the horror department at least a little bit compared to season 2 and season 1. Because season 2 was crazy. Season 1, the whole section with Rem, where like that section was crazy, like, like, and there were so many other sections which just made it give, like, give like a chill through your body. Season 2 as well. Yeah, this one didn't really have much of those, but it was still pretty damn impressive, especially with the character development and the fight scenes. Oh, we also got to know about a lot of people here. This season, you could probably say, up until now, we were just focusing on Subaru and Emilia, but now, like in this season, we actually saw a lot of other people, got to know their circumstances and everything. We got to know so much about Reinhardt and his family. We got to know so much about who else. Like, we got to know a little bit more about Otto, a lot more about Julius, Priscilla. Yeah, I forgot about her. Priscilla, a lot of things we got to know about Priscilla. Like, we didn't even know who she was up until season 3 properly. Now we have a little understanding of what type of person she is and everything. Al is still an enigma, but we did get a little bit of him as well. So yeah, a lot of things we got to know about a lot of other characters which we would never have known. So yeah, I feel like little by little we're spreading to other people as well. We're getting to know their situations as well. Yeah, season 1 and 2 was just focused on Subaru completely. Season 1 especially, because Subaru just had his hands full with just trying to survive. Now we're at least in a stable position. We can at least survive, like a little bit. We have Beatrice with us helping us out. Subaru didn't have Beatrice in season 1 and 2. We have Reinhardt with us helping us out now and then. Emilia's there. So yeah, like from a lone wolf that he was in season 1, we actually have help now. Otto's also there, and that help is so essential. You can see that with that help, we have whittled down the amount of deaths to such a minuscule amount now. He is still dying, obviously. He did die, one or two times with against Sirius, as you saw. Probably more than that, like because I feel like the anime probably cut off a few of the deaths. But yeah, still compared to season 2 and season 1, way less. Because we actually have, I guess, friends who we can count on. People that we can like get help from. So yeah. Right, and there you go. That was today's that was the final episode. So I'm looking forward to season 4 whenever it comes out. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next batch of anime, the new batch of anime that will be coming, the reactions to that. I'll see you guys in those shows. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.